You ready to get into some Google stuff?
Mate, let's do it. I love this Google thing. It's great. It makes me
fun.
realize how little I know about this instrument and everything that surrounds it.
Do you want to get same? Do you want to get like specific? Do you want to type in cymbals or ride cymbal?
Oh, cheeky. Let's do ride cymbal because I feel like it'll be.
Cymbal.
Yeah, we need to narrow it down, mate. Otherwise, we'll be waffling for about 3 hours straight.
All right. So for anybody that's new to the podcast, by the way, welcome into Drum with Mike and Eddie. We always crush that intro, usually about 17 minutes deep. This is a new segment where I type in a topic to Google, and we scroll down and look at what the top 3 to 4 asked questions are about that topic. So really it gives us a chance to find out what are people typing into Google when they're searching for these things. Famous drummer was one we did, snare drums, things like that, drum set. And the questions that come up are things that Eddie and I would never think to even talk about on this podcast because, unfortunately, we've been playing drums too long and we take it for granted. All right. I swear to God, they knock it out of the park every freaking time. I don't think I can answer this. What is a ride cymbal used for?
Oh, wow, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Dog. Coming in hot.
Hell.
That is one of those ones where you're like, well, you know. And it's like, no, I don't. Tell me. Well, it's...
All right. So, oh, my God. That is so tough because it's kind of subjective as well. I think if I were to like... if a mate asked me that and I was having lunch with him and he wasn't a drummer, right? And I wasn't on the podcast, so I wasn't overthinking what I'm saying.
Like you're doing right now.
And like thousands of drummers weren't listening to what I was saying and judging what I was saying.
Famous ones too.
Yeah. I think I would say the ride cymbal is for choruses. I think that's what I would say, but then
simple sentence.
I would retract quickly, like I just have, and I would say, to be honest, mate, it's I would say, do you want another flat white? I'd say, do you want those brownies look good, don't they?
Do you play tennis? You do play tennis. Let's get out of here.
Let's talk tennis. It's so hard. My initial thinking is that it's for choruses and it's for grooves that you want to elevate, but it's not, is it? It's not just for choruses because I can quite clearly remember saying on this podcast, I love a chorus on a closed hi-hat. I would say it's just another variation of a cymbal that you mainly groove on.
There you go.
So you've got the hi-hats and the ride. You never really groove on a crash. You never really groove on a splash unless you're Chris Adler from Lamb of God, which is, he nailed that. How many splashes did he sell Meinl?
Oh my God. Well, trust me. They and his look and his vibe, they were like, if you can just pause time and do not leave us, do not stop playing drums, don't pick up the guitar, just be Chris Adler. You are we can drop Lamb of, and it's just Chris Adler, God. Like you crush it on every magazine cover. Yeah, I think you kind of nailed it. The ride cymbal to me is one of your sonic options to keep time on.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable. I think we've all, like you said, we can keep time on a crash at the end of a song, but it depends on the size. I wouldn't do it on a 16-inch crash, so it would have to be a big crash. And in all honesty, I use ride as the term, like as a verb. It's an action. I'm riding on the floor tom. I'm riding on the crash. Well, that comes from the ride cymbal. Keep in mind, when our instrument was invented, there were no hi-hats. So the ride cymbal was the timekeeper. You had your cymbals. I mean, let's say once the ride cymbal was invented, well, our hi-hats hadn't been invented yet. Even when they were called sock cymbals, and they were like just a foot off the ground, and you just kept time with your left foot, but you couldn't reach them. There was no hi-hat stand yet. And so we have the ride cymbal. You ride on it. You keep time on it. Obviously, if we're thinking in stylistically in terms of jazz, it's ding, 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 ding. You're keeping time on this thing. So it's one of your sonic options to keep time on.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
All right.